this is Shauna and Quentin, our next little world changer. He's 2 months old. Shauna brought Quentin to see us because he was having quite a bit of symptoms, and why don't you tell us a little bit about Quentin's story?
Well, when I was feeding him, he wouldn't eat, and he was arching his back and kicking his legs, and you could just tell he was uncomfortable or in pain. And he had a lot of spit up, throwing up, and he hadn't taken a poop in a long time. So I called Jen and did some research and came to see you.
Cool. How long had that been going on?
Since he was about 2 weeks old, and he's 7 weeks now.
Okay, so for about 5 weeks.
Yeah.
What did your day look like on a daily basis? What was it like for you?
Lots of screaming. I couldn't put him down. Lots of crying. Lots of puking. Lots of arching of the back and kind of like wrestling him. Mm-hmm. He just was super uncomfortable.
Right.
No sleep. Yeah. Up all night.
Okay, and how did that make you feel? Like, how was that making you feel?
It was frustrating, and it was upsetting because there wasn't anything that I felt like I could do for him. Mm-hmm. So I was at my wit's end.
Yeah, and did you take him to a doctor?
Okay. I didn't take him to the doctor. We have Kaiser, and they're hard to get in to see, so I called and spoke with a nurse over the phone.
Okay, what did they tell you?
That he had symptoms of acid reflux.
Okay. And what was the solution?
The solution was to buy a rock and play, which I did research on, and it gives people, what is it called, torticollis, and like flat head, and so I wasn't interested in doing that.
Right, sure.
And then medicine, keeping him upright 30 minutes after feeding, just stuff like that.
Okay. And then we got to adjust him once, and it was on last week, Monday, so it's been just about 4 or 5 days. How has life been since the adjustment?
Night and day. Less crying, less puking, actually minimal crying. More sleeping. He's just, you can tell he's more comfortable. He's a happy baby now. Totally different baby. He's fussing right now because he's a little bit hungry.
Right, yep, sure. Okay, well, I want to go ahead and adjust him. We'll go ahead and get him adjusted again now.
Okay.
The thing with adjusting babies, a lot of people understand that your brain and your spinal cord obviously control and regulate everything in your body. What people don't understand is that when there's a misalignment in the spine, that can actually shut down how the brain is able to communicate with the rest of the body. It's like, let's say we were to step on a hose that was trying to get water through it. You're going to block some of how much water is getting through there. That's the same thing that a misalignment, even in a little tiny baby's spine, will do.
Okay.
So what we're doing when we adjust a baby is we're looking for those areas in their spine that are out of alignment. Not always will those misalignments cause symptoms. In Quentin, they obviously were.
Okay.
Not always will they cause symptoms. So he could have had misalignments and not had any symptoms, but he obviously did. So what we do as chiropractors is we find those subluxations in the spine, remove them, and we make them feel so much better. Yes, and then their body works like it's supposed to. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and do this. The first thing that I'm checking for, I know, is how much tension is in his spine. So when I bring his feet up like this, I want to see that there's good range of motion and easy for him. I know, you might even make people. It's like that. So he should easily bring his feet to his nose. I know. So that tells me where the misalignment is. So we're going to go ahead and adjust it. Now adjusting a baby, like I mentioned to you last time, is just like putting a fingertip of pressure on your spine.
Okay.
I know. I did, yep. And he did so good. So now what I'll have you do is just go ahead and take him back and give him some love.
Come here.
Yep.
Hi.
Very good.
You feel better?
And that's the adjustment.
Happy. Hi, little guy.